All right. Welcome back to Taking a New Approach podcast. I am so grateful to be here again, giving out another message. Thank you to all you beautiful souls who are listening. If you're new and you're clicking onto it, thank you so much. I appreciate you giving me your time and energy because you could be anywhere else around the world or doing anything else, but you're here listening to this video. Okay? So, I'm going to get right into it so that you get the message. Like I always tell people in the beginning of these videos, it's the reason why you clicked on this video. And so the universe does not make mistakes. So naturally and simply, this is where you need to be. Okay? This is where you need to be to get your message and then move on so that you can complete and keep growing and expanding, right? And undergoing that transformation that you're looking for in your life, okay? So, we're going to start off with the breathing exercise like we always do because your power is in the now, it's not in the future or the past. That only exists in your mind, all right? So, we always do 1, 2, 3. Take a deep breath, blow it out. Make sure you blow your belly out when you're breathing in deep, and then we'll do it again, and then I'll get right into the message. So it's 1, 2, 3, and it's and then again it's 1, 2, 3. That feels good every time. All right. So now, as you can see, laughter is good for the soul. Now, I know some people have heard this. If you never heard this, I've heard it over the years of living. And what I really want to talk to you about today is just some of the health benefits of laughter and also how it is so spiritual and so helpful for you just to get through those tough days and to also build on the positive ones. And as you begin to become aware of how powerful laughter is, then you are going to automatically, right, and quickly want to insert this into your daily routine so that you can start to not only feel better about life, but also get health benefits and also build stronger and more genuine relationships. Okay? And that's really the goal. Is that everything I do, I want it to be something that's going to help you along the way as much as it has helped me. And so the first thing that laughter helps you do, right, is that it relaxes your body. Naturally, if you have a really good laugh, and you probably do this, like you just take time out of your day, 10 15 minutes to really focus and expand on adding this into your life, it relaxes your whole body. And even after a good, like, hearty laugh, like, the ones where it's from the stomach, where it's from the soul, right? Like that type of laugh. Like, not the little chuckle, like, like, yeah, that's cool, but no. Get you a really good laugh in every day. Every day. Because when you start to do that, your body actually, the muscles relax for about 45 minutes after it, right? And I know that as I'm paying attention, especially during this period of time that we're living, a lot of people are dealing with overwhelmingly a lot of stress. And their muscles are always tight. And I see people walking, they just look like they're in agonizing pain. And it's just it's some things that are so simple. We think that we have to have this grand type of experience in life, like we have to have all this money in order to first have good health. But your health is your wealth. And there's very simple little things that we could do, right, that are truly and amazingly beneficial and that will start to change little parts in your life. And so as you begin to to recognize these things and start to add them into your life, then your life will start to expand and you will undergo this beautiful transformation, and that you are really looking for, because that's what we're really looking for. We're really trying to discover who we truly are, and that can't happen until you start to put in the work. Okay. And so the second thing, all right, that it does is it boosts your immune system. So it actually increases like infection antibodies, and those, and it also decreases stress hormones within you. So while these things are happening, your health is starting to get better, right? And then you actually start to instantly become like almost superhuman, build up the superhuman resistance to diseases, right? And I have an article that really talks, like really dives deep into it, and it really gives you some good information on it. And it's not a super long article, but it's very informative, very informative. And if you just take a little bit of time out of your day and you just go through it to comprehend and understand what I'm saying and what the article is saying, then you will truly start to see magical things happening in your life if you really apply it to it. Okay? And so the third thing that I want you to know about this, because I did write down some stuff, is that laughter protects your heart. Now, we see all the time as you are watching TV, we always laugh about the like the little medicine commercials. Like, if you take this for your heart, if you have high blood pressure or something like that, and then it's like the side effects, the 19 side effects are worse than the actual condition you have. Like, you like, no, I don't want to lose my foot just to get rid of this headache. Like, it's like those types of things. But if you started to add more laughter into your life, and you started to make it a priority, where you start to actually envision yourself laughing more and doing these things, then it really starts to allow you to have better blood flow. And better blood flow lowers the risk of heart disease. And so you don't have to, like, especially here in the United States, I don't know where people are listening, but here in the United States, that's a big issue, you know? And so for those of you who are concerned with that, or maybe, you don't have the best diet in the world, but and you're working on, undergoing a change in your life, right? It's all about it's every step, every day is a new thing. Well, add some more laughter into your life, right? Because it's very simple. Things you could already do is you can start to smile more. Like, I realized that a lot of people feel like smiling is a weakness, but it's truly and simply just an amazing gift to have, and it's a nice tool to have in your toolbox, because who doesn't like to be around a friendly person? Like, I can't, like, even when you smile at people, sometimes people just, you could tell their expressions start to change. You see the release. Like, nobody wants to be mean mugged all the time. And I see people all the time walking around, you go to places, and people all want to just have the evil look. And I learned, this is a good fact. Even when you're like shy and stuff, that body language is the same as a person who would be considered kind of mean and bitchy. I'm gonna go with that. But and that tends to bring stress. That tends to and stress tends to bring on diseases, because a lot of times they're not going to tell you this, but Switch on Your Brain, it was talking about, that's a book that I read and I've talked about previously, but it talked about how just changing your thoughts and how your thoughts influence the plasticity of your brain, and that activates genes and turn them on and off. And most of your sicknesses and diseases are not caused by your environment. They're caused by just your thinking and the stress that you have. So that's another thing. And talking about that, so in addition, as you add more laughter, it shifts your mindset. So it's a very great thing because now you are starting to distance yourself. And as you start to distance yourself instantly, right, you will start to change the, like literally change like the DNA of your body. Because now your thought process, you can't be, well, most of the time you can't be negative while you're laughing, right? Usually you're in a good mood. You can't feel bad while you're laughing. And even as you're feeling bad, if you start to laugh, it can help you to start to change those things within your life. And then you will start, and what will arise from you is more of those endorphins that is good for you. And so that's another benefit to you. So I'm giving you these things to let you know, like, laughter is good for the soul. And especially for those of you, because I know like the spiritual thing nowadays is to manifest this and manifest that. Add laughter into your life, because that brings more positive energy. It gets you into your vortex, as Abraham Hicks would say. If you never heard of her, go look her up. She's pretty good. But it allows you to start to attract the things that you really desire. Because if you understand, right, and you become more aware of the energy and how this universe works, it's all frequency and vibration. And if you really, truly, right, know that you are unlimited and that everything that is happening to you is a form of you and what you are thinking about and what you are feeling. That's how this works. We are all just walking antennas, and it's like, what are you tuned into? You have to go beyond what you have been trained, because we all have been trained. I'm not sitting here talking like I'm perfect, right? Like, if you look, you listen to the very first episode that I posted on this channel, you will see I was going through it. I show myself like I was, the bills was passed up and I'm doing this work and I'm like, how is it supposed to change? Like, questioning myself, doubting myself, but learning how to deal with the doubt. And one of the ways I dealt with doubt at that time, and I really didn't even associate with it, was that it came from laughter. Because even then I focused on how can I make myself feel good. And that's what laughter is. Laughter is that's your ace in the hole, right? Like, that is something that's going to help you through the tough times. It builds and strengthens your resilience. You can't take any of this so seriously. You have to have a play-like mentality. And just for an example, right? Just to show you how it really does matter and how it is this great, like, simple and truly it is truly spectacular. I work at this vacation place. We sell vacation packages. So a lot of times, right, like in the beginning when I first worked there, it was just very negative. But one of the things that kept bringing me back is that even through the negativity, we still were able to bond because we had a lot of nutcases. They were funny. We had so many great laughs that it was just like, even though these people were super negative sometimes, it still made me even look deeper to find something that I really liked about them. And I talk about that, of course, in these podcasts of growing and undergoing and becoming greater and even stronger to go against any environment. I could prosper in any environment. But one of the things that kept me there, and I just realizing it now, was laughter. Like, no matter how negative it could get, somebody crack a joke, and then it's like you wouldn't even know. It was like it was like a big family, a big dysfunctional family, and we somehow we just kept going, even when it got worse. We just, no matter what, you could still have a laugh and laughter. And sometimes I have coworkers who would get mad at me if I didn't like make them laugh, right? Because I'm just silly. I like being silly. That's why I was a third grade teacher. I like being silly. One of the reasons why I had one of the better classrooms at my school and was one of the better teachers, even though I was one of the youngins on the block, is because, like, with my kids, it was always about laughter. We was always going to have fun. And you need to become aware and detect, where are you not having fun in your life? If it's at work, how can you start to make work fun? How can you start to create a culture of fun? Maybe you're the boss and you're just so serious and people don't like it, or you have high turnover rates. Like, where can you bring some laughter into your culture? Or maybe you're a teacher, or maybe you're whatever you're doing. How can you bring laughter into your next YouTube video? How can you bring laughter into, or, add that feeling into your artwork? Or add it into your children's lives? And I'm not talking about the dysfunctional stuff where we're laughing at something and it only makes us worse, actually, in the long run. Right? Like, one of my favorite things to do is I watch animal voiceovers, and like Tony Baker is like absolutely like one of the best. And then I watch some other ones, but like I that stuff be having me dying laughing. I watch a lot of comedy. Those are the things that I look for. I find the little things to laugh at. I crack jokes about myself. Like, when you start to expand past your ego, you will increasingly and naturally become lighter in a physical sense, but also spiritually. And you won't take things as serious. And so, as you're moving forward today, find ways to add more laughter in there, because they did a study, and I think it was out of Norway. And they said that people with strong sense of humor actually was tending to live longer than those who didn't have it, right? They tend to live longer than those who didn't have it. And I also watched something else. It was like he was like a comedian slash actor, and he was like 60 or maybe even 65. He was up there. And dude, you could not tell this man looked older than, honestly, he could look like maybe an older 35, but if you say he was 40, no one would dispute it. No one would dispute it at all. And he said one of his tricks to looking so young was he just busted out saying, he was like, just laughter. Everybody else was just like, I don't know, that's what it is. What it is. But he was like, no, a good hearty laugh every day. I make sure I have a few of them every day. And this man looked 20 years younger than what he was. Simple. And those are the things that people take for granted. And it's all about doing the simple things. As you begin to understand that and you start to apply it to your life, then what you will get from these things will be strikingly and amazingly beneficial to you in the long run and while you're going through that stages of life. So another thing, all right, that I saw was that if you did laugh 10 to 15 minutes a day, you actually burn calories. So They said laughter burns calories. Now, of course, I'm not gonna tell you to go on the chuckle diet. You know what I'm saying? Like you ain't about. No, don't worry about it. I'm on a chuckle diet. No, you still gotta go to the gym. You still gotta eat right. You know, moderation is everything in today's world, and always will be. But if you laugh 10 to 15 minutes a day, you could burn up to at least 40 calories. And also, over a year, if you did that, you will lose 3 to 4 pounds just off of laughing. So all y'all who's trying to lose some weight and you ain't losing the weight enough, go ahead and add some laughter into your life. Like, go ahead and do that. Because the one thing that we do need more in this world is more laughter. We need more laughter. And even when I watch the stuff that I watch that's funny, you see all the time people say, oh, I was depressed. I had anxiety. Oh, I'm going through it through this week. And y'all just, in the person who, the comedians or the skit or whatever, they, all the time, oh, y'all are making, y'all are helping me. Y'all have all the reason why I just keep getting up every day. And that's powerful. That's powerful. And all they're doing is just making someone laugh. I'm not doing open heart surgery, but that's how powerful laughter is. And without it, it is no meaning. That's why I left teaching. I didn't have the joy anymore. It adds more joy and zest to your life. When I was teaching the third grade kids, even through all the nonsense, I still enjoyed being there because it was fun and I loved it. But when I went and taught fifth grade, they took that away. But I've learned a lot because now it has me here, and now I understand the importance of laughter. And if you disagree, you can. I'm not against you disagreeing. Like, you have the right to disagree. Like, you are where you are. And that's perfectly fine. But if you do want to start to move forward, if you do want to get ahead in life, if you do just want to feel better and have some more, happiness in your life and some more peace in your life, laughter is the key. So one way to use this, right, to bring and simulate more laughter is smiling more, counting your blessings, right? You could do simulated laughs. I know that sounds a little weird. However, as I was reading the article, it's in there. They were talking about it actually helped the mental function of older adults and also their aerobic endurance. So again, there's a lot of different things that laughter could do for you that you don't even know. And just to give you like a little rundown on the social benefits, it strengthens relationships. And that is one thing I have seen within couples who truly love each other and not just stuck in jail with each other, that actually, like, you could tell that they enjoy being around each other. It simply and truly goes back to them enjoying laughs with each other. Like, I've probably seen close to 1,000 couples throughout my job. And the ones that are genuinely into each other and happy and free flowing, it went simply to them liking each other in terms of having laughs. They were always cracking jokes with each other. They were just like, you could tell it was a real bond. And yes, emotional bonds are great, but laughter adds zest. It adds a mindset shift, which if you have a more positive outlook, then more positive things will happen for you and more people you will attract with that type of energy, right? And like I just said, easily and quickly you will start to attract others to you. That's why the person at the party who's usually like the loudest and laughing and stuff like that, that's why they always get attention, right? Because everybody want to be around it. I'm not talking about the negative attention. I'm talking about the ones who are just genuinely outgoing, and they're just, they're funny, they're talkative, they're caring. Those type of people, that's why everybody attracts towards them. Now, yeah, if you might be shy, but you got to step out of your comfort zone. At least start to navigate towards, like, start to spend more time around people like that, right? Because then they will start to get you out of your comfort zone. But you will feel more willing to open up because you will feel that security within there. And you will what will arise from you will be your natural true self. And then you will feel more confident to keep allowing that to flow from you in all situations. But first, just move towards people like that. Just move towards the people who like to laugh, who are playful, who want to do different things. Because once you start to do that, then they will start to open up more for you. You will open up more for them. And then as you're naturally around them, you will slowly, and sometimes quickly start to reciprocate in terms of the things that they are giving out. And it enhances teamwork. Enough said there if you got a business. And it promotes group bonding. So those are the social benefits for you. Like the mental, I said, it adds joy and zest to life. It eases anxiety and tension, which is something big, and social media they're trying to help with getting rid of the likes, like they said, but it's really an inside job. And the more laughter you can have, the more you won't really care about what's going on outside. You'll really be building the inside, which then influences, and what flows from you and arises and come into this world will be your true self. And that will expand not only from you and your area, but into a greater form. And overall, you'll just feel better. Why we just can't feel better? Why the end result can't be you just feel better? What's wrong with feeling better? I always wanted to ask that question. Ask yourself that question. Why is naturally, right, and truly feeling better not good enough? Why is naturally and truly feeling better not good enough? Figure it out. Meditate on that. Understand that you have so much within you. And it's little simple things that we could do today that could change our realities moving forward. It improves your mood, you relieve stress, you strengthen your resilience. Life, like as you move on to this, and I know this is about laughter being good for the soul, but as you move forward, right? And there's going to be times during your life that it's not always going to be peachy. It's not like some things are there, the obstacles are there to help you become who you are trying to be. Like I've said before, no one likes the perfect movie where the characters never go through anything. It's just like, oh, life is this. Because that's not real. There's contrast in this life. So as long as you become aware, right, and you are consciously and intentionally making efforts towards becoming better, you're going to run into things, but in return, what will come from that is that you will gain wisdom. Everybody wants to be wise, but they don't want to have to go through what it takes to become wise. Wisdom is the ultimate gift. Wisdom is the ultimate prize. And don't let anyone ever tell you different. Because you listen to this, people want to get wisdom. You're listening to all the people who are so and so famous or whatever, because you're listening to them for knowledge, which is wisdom. but they had to go through something in order to gain that wisdom. Whether it was putting in the time in the books, whether it was investing in coaching services, life coaches, financial coaches, investing in education in all different types and forms, paying people to do things so that they can know how to improve their businesses or their life, or a therapist, all these different types of things. They had to go through something. They put in the time, the effort, right? Like, you just have to maintain to keep going. And laughter is a great way to help you heal yourself and to keep moving. And humor and laughter. So if you want to be able to add this stuff into your life, it relieves stress, improves mood, strengthens your resilience, like I said. But also, if you want to get more of this, I'm going to give you a few tips. You could go look at the other ones in the article, but be more spontaneous. And even it's Dr. Joe Dispenza. If you've heard of him, great. If not, go look him up. But he talks about your brain and the way that if you keep doing the same thing over again, then you will be stuck in kind of like a loop. And also your brain cells will start to, or your dendrites will start to die, because you're not constantly doing something new, which improves and helps the brain to grow. So being spontaneous allows you to start to grow those is dendrites, basically. I can't think of the word right now, but it's going to help you grow your dendrites, which is just new wiring in your brain that's connecting it and making it even greater, so that you can become and feel who you are really inside. That's the goal. You just want to actually become who you know you are inside. And that's why laughter is good for the soul, right? You got to release those. You got to start to release your fears, right? Like I said, get around people who are more, who love to laugh. And I've noticed that even where I work, me and my coworker and I, we always laughing, and we always have people just like come over and be like, "What y'all laughing at?" Because that's just how we are. We rather laugh and just have jokes and do it that way, because it's just like, it doesn't matter. This life is not that serious, okay? And then the last thing I'm gonna say, you express your true feelings. So as you add more laughter into your life, express your true feelings. Because as you start to do that, you will start to feel better. So many of us have pent up emotions, and then it gets all into your body and your biofield, and then you're starting to attract more and more of that, and it's just not good for you. Okay? So I'm going to make sure I leave that article in the description box or the comments, whichever or. If you learned something from it, drop a comment of how has it helped you just hearing this? How have you incorporated laughter into your life? Because remember, yeah, I'm talking here, but you have knowledge as well. And maybe you might say something I didn't realize that I might want to incorporate in my life, or maybe somebody else who runs across this video, right? So definitely leave that in the comments. Please share, like, subscribe, hit the notification button. If you want to donate. But like I always say, if you just like it, share it, subscribe it, comment on it, I am truly grateful for that, because that really is just the ultimate gift to me, because I just want to keep helping people, and this is my passion, and I'm just going to keep going. Okay. So I thank you for giving me your attention if you made it this far. And, if you have any questions, leave them in the comment, or email me, you want coaching service, all that information is in the description box. But I love you guys. You're more than deserving. You deserve that laughter in your life, and you need to go and have it. Okay? So I will talk to you on the next episode. So have a beautiful day. I love you. Bye.